Well, if you've been following me, you know the wagon, and you know I've had it for a while. Me and Hot Carl got this thing a few years back, and well, as you've seen there in the first little bit bad at the Super Tech 600 last year, we wiped the front of this thing out. Hit a wet spot. Somebody blew up, and everybody just started piling into them in all the water on the track, and unfortunately we got the bad end of that, and kind of was thinking it might be done, you know. That's why we started building Project Home Built, which we're still working on. Still working on that. You can see it in the background there. I got some more videoing to do on that this week. I've kind of been busy with other things, as you can see, but got the old Kubota out. We pulled the frame rails over, started cutting it out. They were all into the frame buckets, so tried getting that as good as I could. This frame is all plated everywhere except for these front frame horns, and it was basically the only place that was bent. And but anyway, so I was like, well, I could put some new front horns on it, but I didn't have anything that I was willing to cut the front horns off of. So I've seen people do some square tubing ones, obviously a lot nicer than what I'm fixing to do, but man, I'm pretty happy with the way it worked out. It was quite a bit of work getting this thing, everything squared up. There really wasn't a lot of good places to measure off of to make sure everything was right, but kind of eyeballed a lot of it to make sure it was, you know, it was good, because you just couldn't measure. You know, you'd measure it and then it looked like it was an inch off, you know. But I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, this isn't a how to do front frame horns out of square tubing by no means, because I don't know what I'm doing. I did it. That doesn't mean that I could do it again exactly like this. I was using the hell out of a tape measure. I about wore a tape measure out. Well, this is more or less what I got going on here. I know what you're saying. That's a bit overkill, you know, but that's kind of the idea. We're running these big enduros and these things, and if you look at the old frame, I mean, maybe I do need some overkill, right? It's pretty good to hit, but the frame was already bending before that. Had a lot of issues with steering. I mean, everything's back where it was. This is how much I had cut out of the steering rod. It won't even reach. That's how bad the frame was bent that I was running it. So, got this here fixed up. Got the steering box where I want it. Everything's patched up. I think it's gonna be pretty sturdy. You kind of see I notched it. That way it fit up in there in this channel, that angle. Got a few more little things there to guss it up, make these a little better. But everything's pretty close to where it should be. It's better than it was, I'll say that. Still gonna add out some more tubing here for radiator mount. I'm gonna use smaller. That way it's wider. That way I can put a little bigger radiator in it. And then start working on fixing all the tubing there. So, coming along. Now, I don't know if you can tell, on the left frame horn over there, I added a piece of angle. Well, it was actually a cut down piece of channel that I slid in there for strength, because I failed to mention just a minute ago, I notched out where the steering box goes, so the round side of it would sink in. You can kind of see it there. I also skipped a lot of videoing on this job, mostly because I don't know what the difference between play and stop is, evidently, on my phone, and just thought I was recording a bunch of stuff, and I wasn't. Some of it I just didn't because it's boring. I'm not going to put y'all through, you know, just me a bunch of trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Also, speaking of lack of video for this thing, I have zero video of me racing. I mean, you'd think that I would have asked somebody to video me, and I just didn't. And the main reason for that is because I think I'm an idiot, probably. That might be it. Well, we got to do the track after redoing the front. Man, won our heat race, and not a lot of cars here, but the car is really fast, just like it always has been. The front, I don't know if you notice how janky it looks. I got the T-bar off. It's a little, I got some yaw in this thing. It looks like one of them NASCAR trucks. But won our heat race, start front row outside the feature. We'll see how it goes here at Highway 19 in Canton, Texas. I want y'all to check this here out. This is how you know you got good clay. Look, it's it's as long as my hand is, man. That's some good clay at this place. Love this little bull ring. Well, guys, you know, we took the old wagon out. First time I've took it out since October, where it was pretty messed up. If you've seen, man, things right back where it was before. Real happy with it. Had a really good night. We got a little bit of damage. I got to fix it. Luckily, it's on the opposite side of the car from that I've been rebuilding over the last week or two. Won our heat race. Had a fight for it. Won the feature. Not a big car count. We was going just to test and tune, but there were some fast cars there. Some of them had a little bit of trouble. I think we were still pretty fast. Got to figure out why my throttle's sticking. I was having to pick up the gas pedal just to get into the turns there towards the end. I didn't know it was doing that. I thought my brakes went away going off in the corner. Just But anyway, check it out, guys. We got the old wagon back rolling. Now, she's still not real pretty. We also got a trailer flat. That's not too bad. Now, the rear bumper, I don't know if you can see that. I knocked part of the wall down. I know we talk about Shannon Babb and other folks, you know, running the wall and beating the wall down, but I literally did it. It was about a 20-minute red flag. That's a little bit of a hickey on the frame rail there, but overall the bumper did its job and just moved how it needed to move. And luckily some of my welds were still good enough to hold this thing onto the car. I mean, there ain't much left holding it on, but all in all, really happy with the car. I'm gonna fix the nose. You can see it's kind of over one side there, but man, real happy with it. Square tubing front frame horns, never done that before. Built it out of scrap metal. I think I got, I don't know, I think all I bought was a radiator and a water pump out of the whole deal. So pretty happy with that. Oh, and I had to put a steering box on it. But other than that, man, great night. Wagon's back in good shape.